I feel a lot of pressure, especially when I started here. It was a culture shock. 16-year-old working with people that were 3 times my age, working at a very high pace, 10 hours a day. I was exhausted, but I wanted to keep going because I wanted to keep learning. Every first piece off the machine has to be inspected. And we do first pieces and last pieces just to make sure that the machine's running properly.
I have 42 years experience in this. And most of the people, including Cheyenne and a lot of my lead people, I've mentored out of the trade school as they come out, as teenagers coming out of high school. In this business, we need the younger generation. They have been taught that they have to go to college to do this and get ahead. But in this industry, like Cheyenne and the younger ones coming out, they come out of high school and they can work in a trade where they will make very good money. I mean, I need them for 3, 4, 5 years, and we go through the mentoring stage because, you know, college isn't for everybody, and manufacturing is a really good route nowadays to a good livelihood. My father always said, learn to work with your hands and you'll never go hungry. Right now, we need as many as we can get. I have positions, I can fill probably 15 or 20 positions right now, if you can find the people.
Technology changes, and the state of Connecticut has been very, very good at keeping the trade programs up to date with what's happening in the various industries. I communicate with industry on a daily and weekly basis. We are constantly in communication with each other. Without our relationship with industry, this wouldn't work. Every student has their strengths, and our goal is to try to find their strength and help them build their future based off the strengths they have. Cheyenne came here as a freshman and immediately demonstrated leadership, even at a grade 9 level. She was just extraordinarily ambitious. She had an endless amount of energy and was extremely curious and really interested in learning. When the opportunity came and she said she would like to start a job, I got her out on work study at Stevens Manufacturing, and she's the same way now. She's just a bundle of energy, a bundle of ambition. The one thing we've noticed in the world of metrology is that the young girls that come here, they graduate as young women and they go off and they have these fantastic careers. Right now I have 6 of my graduates who are out in various aerospace companies, and they're all supervisors. I don't think any of them are over 25 years old. Companies are interested in who is technically savvy enough to come in and do the job and put their heart and soul into doing it. They don't care if you're a man or woman. They want to know what's your technical skills, where's your knowledge, and how driven are you to learn and move forward. Obviously in March we were tossed out of the school like all the kids in the United States were. And it was devastating. Immediately I've had kids within a couple of weeks say, I'll never complain about being in school again.
I go back to Platt all the time, so I want to keep doing well just so that Mr. Tuttle could be proud of me. I mean, he means absolute world to me. Mr. Tuttle told me never to be scared to ask a question. When I always asked for work, he'd give me more and more stuff to do. He gave me more leadership. I just helped me design stuff. He molded what I am now. How I got a job at Stevens is I walked up to Mr. Tuttle and I said I wanted to be an inspector, and I wanted to have a summer job. He took out his phone, he texted Steven, and I got an interview on that Thursday. When I graduated high school, I started to move up fast. I went to different trainings, got different certifications. It was difficult because there's a lot you have to do, but it was fun at the same time because I wanted to see how far I could push myself. I was the little kid in the corner when I first started here, and I would always turn around and ask everybody behind me, what was that? What were you just talking about? Can you explain that some more? I didn't know anything about aerospace or manufacturing. I just knew the basic things you learn in high school. So Steven, he kind of took me under his wing and he showed me everything. One thing is creating a culture of quality. It's just making sure everybody in the shop, not just inspectors, are organized and they understand that you need to check your parts because your parts are gonna go in a helicopter, and if something fails, then that's somebody's life. So I'm in charge of the inspectors. We pick out the fine details, and that's kind of what makes an inspector so good at their job is you find the little things. And the little things matter, especially with helicopters, since we're military, the little things definitely matter. What made me want to be an inspector was the machines. It was interesting, but it wasn't challenging. Measuring was always something that no one ventured towards. It's really hard for me, as me being a young woman, it's really hard. I didn't have a lot of respect because the guys didn't think I knew what I was talking about. But I had to show them that I knew exactly what I was doing. Because it's different for me than it is one of the guys. And if someone needs something, now they come up to me and I answer the question because I listened and I observed and I put myself out there so that I could retain all that information from everybody, because people here are very knowledgeable. They've been here for like 30 years. So adapting and change and listening was something that I had to learn really fast. So the biggest challenge in my career has been accepting that I'm not always right, and accepting that there's gonna be a change, and there's gonna be changes, there's gonna be other ways to do it, that other people are gonna have an opinion in whatever you do, not just in my career, just in life. There's a lot of old-fashioned people here that have that like, oh, this is a man's world, but it's not. At the end of the day, they're gonna do what I'm asking them to do because it's what's best for the company. It's not what's best for me, it's what's best for Stevens.
This production is part of American Graduate, Getting to Work, a public media initiative made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.